Welcome back to Business Beyond the Game. This is your host, Eric Jackson, and we're joined today by Grammy Award-winning artist, Seattle native turned sportswear designer, Macklemore. How are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Ben, before we get into everything else, I don't think people really know what a diehard Seattle sports fan you are. Your limited partner in Seattle Kraken and Seattle Sounders. Have you put in any calls to Adam Silver yet about getting a team back in Seattle?
Maybe that's what's missing. I haven't called Adam yet. First, I need to get his number, shoot him a text, let him know who it is, and then we'll get the Sonics back. No, I think that we're close. I think we're close. I think we got about 26. 26. That's my guess. It's not going to be 25. I feel 26 intuitively.
It seems a matter of time. It seems a matter of time.
I mean, I know Adam wants it. Obviously, the city has the infrastructure to sell out every single game for the rest of eternity. We're hungry for basketball. Seattle's a basketball city. And, it's obviously one of the most tragic stories in sports, how we lost the Sonics. But with all things tragic, there is rebuilding, there is rebirth, and we're next in line, man. It's going to happen.
Absolutely. And, outside of investing in teams yourself, you're actually getting more direct into the sports world with your own golf-inspired apparel brand, Bogey Boys, that you're personally designing yourself. And obviously, you guys just recently partnered with Adidas to collaborate on a limited edition line. Why was Adidas just the right, partner for you guys, Ben? Just trying to push your vision along for Bogey Boys.
I grew up with Adidas. Adidas is a legacy brand that I have deep roots with. My dad used to have he used to have two pairs. He'd keep one on ice and he'd keep one beat the hell up from the dirt and the yard work and the grass stains and all that. He would have a pair of Adidas Countries, the Axel Foley's from Beverly Hills Cop. And I used to go into his closet as a young kid. I mean, some of my first memories are looking like, Dad, why do you have two pairs of shoes, the same ones? And that was really my origin story and foundation into sneakers. And to be able, fast forward, to have an opportunity to collaborate with a brand like Adidas is a dream come true, and something that, for us being 2.5 years into Bogey Boys is just an amazing opportunity.
I know. And, you're shaking up the status quo, right, with Bogey Boys, like providing a different look than you usually see, right, on the golf course. Take us back to the origin of this, Ben. Like, were you just tired of seeing guys in chubbies and collared shorts? Like, what started for you?
Yeah, I mean, I still am. I'm still tired of seeing it. But yeah, I think that, I got into the game 4.5 years ago. Seriously. It took one shot. I'm into the game. First thing I do, go to a major sporting goods store. I go to the clubs. I get my golf clubs. I go over to the outfits, and I'm like, the clothing section, and I'm looking around and I'm like, damn, I got the option of white, navy, black polos, and khakis.
Mhm.
There's more than this. I know that there are people out there that feel the same way that I do, that don't want to look like everyone else, that want their true spirit to shine through the clothing that they're wearing, and are a little bit left field, that might not have been part of the country club when they were growing up, or never felt truly part of this golf culture, but are shifting it and want to be fresh on the golf course. And that was really the start, is like, you know what? I think that there are more people out there just like me than we might know. And sure enough, that's been the truth.
Yeah, for you, the plans just continue to just distribution, widespread, and how do you just kind of look at it, just growing scale, just moving forward with Bogey Boys?
We wanted to start small. I think that it was important for us to be able to go D2C and to be able to really find who our true consumer was. And obviously that's growing, and it's going to continue to grow with this upcoming collaboration with Adidas. But it was important for me to build this just like we built the music, which is like from the underground up. And, if we go too fast into getting into green grass accounts, or if we go too fast into major sporting goods stores, we're going to lose that foundational piece, that storytelling component, that person that wants to say, you know what, I was there from the beginning. And so scale is something that we're still, constantly having conversations about, because the demand is there. It's, um, do we want to be in all the pro shops? Okay, maybe not. Which ones do we want to pick? We want this still to be selective and special, so we can grow it organically, as we go on this journey.
Now, as you know, Fred Couples is a Seattle native. Have you passed it along to Fred yet to get when he's out there on the course yet, or is he not the demo? I'm curious.
Nah,
Celebrities
I
and
mean,
others
Fred would
to.
look. I got pieces for Fred for sure. I need to reach out to Fred. We got to get Fred a box. We got to get him this upcoming collaboration. A lot of these professional golfers. It's funny because at the beginning, we sent. The thing about golf that's different than most sports is, like, I follow all the athletes. Some of them follow me back in all the other sports or whatever. But with golf, it was like the minute that I got into it and followed all the professional golfers, I got follows back from everyone. Everyone's like, oh, like a musician's into golf, like this is different, because there's just not many of us. It's like me and Schoolboy Q and Justin Timberlake and now DJ Khaled, and it's like that's it. There's probably, I know Scarface is into golf, but like there's not many. So with like we sent boxes to everybody. I got everyone's address. We sent everyone's boxes. And then I realized that no one can post any of this. Everyone has like, already pre-existing contracts with Nike, with Adidas, with whoever. And so this has been cool that we actually get to get some professional golfers in these clothes with this collaboration with Adidas as well. But we'll see what's up with Fred. I think that he probably has some deals going that might conflict with wearing Bogey Boys, but we'll see. I definitely need to get around him with him.
Yeah, for you, Ben, what's just been the biggest learning experience? Crossing over to sportswear and apparel, working with Adidas. Just it's a different lane than music, right? Like what has been sort of the lesson you've learned? In the tiers or plus since you launched.
Oh man, there's so many. I think one of the things that has been challenging, particularly in the COVID era, and obviously we're out of that now, knock on wood, but supply issues were a challenge. And when we launched, I don't think that we had we sold out of stuff really quickly, and then we couldn't re-up. And it was like, okay, it's going to be 3 months. Now it's going to be 4 months. Like, well, we can't get these colors. And now it's kind of caught back up, but it's kind of constantly a scramble of like trying to not make too much, making enough, what pieces sell, what pieces don't. And sometimes what I think is dope or what I would feel comfortable wearing is not what the consumer would. I'm always surprised by what sells out first. It's never the thing that I think it would be. And it's a constant learning lesson um of making of a balance between making what I want and what the people are potentially going to want to wear. And the one thing I don't want to do is compromise what I think is dope either way. I don't want to. If you want a plain polo, there's a million brands you can go buy it from, and maybe that would sell the best. But for me, what is actually of value spiritually and creatively is making something that stands apart from what other brands are doing.
No, I love that for sure. Ben, 1 second, I just got to change rooms really quickly. No, my final one. I know we got to wrap up here, Ben, but I just wanted to ask you. You've been in this game for a minute, more than a decade now, between music and everything else. What would you just say overall is just like when you look back at the last decade, what's like the biggest lesson that you think of that, can translate and you think other people can really, digest and apply into their own lives and industries?
Make the art that you want to make. Design the clothes that you want to design. Tell your own story. It's going to be better than you trying to replicate somebody else's. That always works. It always comes back to the heart, to true intention, and focus on your own journey. I think it's so easy in this age to get caught up in the numbers, the algorithm, to get caught in social media and compare yourself to where other people are at. And it's so much bigger when you zoom out and we get caught up in our own tunnel vision of what our life is supposed to look like or what our success is supposed to look like. Success is really just enjoying wherever we're at through the ugly, through the beauty, through the pain, through the triumphs, and being accepting of this moment is exactly what it was supposed to be. It was written. It's bigger than all of us. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it all connects. But when we accept where we're at, that's where fulfillment and that's where true meaning is found.
I love that, man. I love that. It's like, we get so caught up in the numbers, right, and everything else. And I think that's a great way to put it. There you have it, folks. Macklemore, appreciate the time as always. And be sure to subscribe to Business Beyond the Game and the YouTube page here at Sportico. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, man.